Hey everyone, how's it doing? It's a week of the new things we're trying to do, so I'm doing science this week. It's probably not going to be as good as the usual science videos or my usual videos as well, but I'm going to try anyways. Don't have much of a choice out of it, but hope it's going to be well. Originally I was going to talk about aliens and stuff, because, I really like thinking about that kind of stuff. And everyone always probably wonders where we're going to be or whether we're alone in this universe or not. But I think there's really not enough of the stuff on that, at least that I know of, and I really don't know where to search for the best stuff related to this that doesn't seem like fiction. So I figured I'd go with more, actual science rather than fiction. So I'm going to talk about how to get to other planets and faster than light travel and the like. The most common form of travel people think of when getting between planets is usually faster than light travel, though how they get there is tends to be different depending on who you're talking to, or if it's depending what science fiction you're going by, such in Star Trek where they have uh, warp drives, and Star Wars where they have whatever the heck they have. That's when you get into the speed thing they have, and then they have like Halo where they tear the hole in the fabric of reality. But what people, or at least the people of what I'm going to be talking about, have been studying and using the best ideas is for warp drives, in which they tend to bend and warp reality, and that's where they get the name warp drives. So what they do is they use, I believe it's dark energy or dark matter, or just a very large amount of energy, and then they just bend time and space around an object, which the object in itself is like a football-shaped spaceship, which is surrounded by a ring. And the ring is what is used to bend time and space, while the football-shaped spaceship sits inside flat. It sits inside like a bubble of flat and fettered with or uncontrolled, tampered with, untampered with space. And what that does is, I guess, it bends reality around the ship, or at least it makes it so the ship is going through the fabric of space rather than the fabric of, or just the normal space, and it just bends it so it can go faster than the speed of light. Originally, this was thought as to be impossible because the amount of energy they had originally done, which was the amount of energy which they originally thought would be needed, which they'd use by calculation with a flat ring, which really didn't have any volume or anything, just pretty flat, which would surround the ship. They would need enough energy about the size of to match the size of Jupiter, which really isn't plausible considering Jupiter is really big. In case you didn't know. So instead, they just figured the idea was completely useless. But due to recent calculations where they kind of enlarged the ring and made it more like a donut, the amount of energy needed would be reduced drastically to about the size of the Voyager. And as you can tell, that's pretty big of a difference. So you figure they'd notice something like that, just making it a donut, but I don't really, at least I would figure that, and I'm not the biggest scientist person, or scientist at all, probably as you can tell by calling myself a scientist person, but that's pretty much evident, but you figure they notice that, but sometimes I guess things just get away. So with this new type of theory and this new model and equation go by and the amount of energy they need, they've said they're going to start testing out ways to do this. How soon, I'm not exactly sure. I don't think it was mentioned where I got the information from either, but it seems pretty cool if you ask me. And that's about it for this week. Sorry for the odd video. I'm really not used to doing science stuff. No, you hope it didn't come out that badly. Can't wait to get back to the usual science videos and my usual videos because those tend to come out better. Thanks for watching.